Good morning, my dear children. Welcome to a brand new English class. Today, before we start the lesson, I want all of you to solve a riddle for me. Are you all ready? Okay, here you go. They sometimes wear a bell, but never a rattle. A group is known as a herd or sometimes cattle. Can you guess the answer? Okay, here you go. Tick tick 1, tick tick 2, tick tick 3, tick tick 4, tick tick 5. Time out. Did you get the answer? The answer is a cow. We have a cow right in our online class. Now you all know that cows are domesticated animals, right? And what do these cows give? They give us milk. And what can we make from this milk? We can make so many dairy products like cheese, butter, curd, buttermilk and whatnot. Do you children like milk? Yes? I know you all love it. Now the next lesson that we have to study is a poem written by Robert Louis Stevenson about a cow. Are you ready to listen? Yes, she is ready. Now, are you children ready to listen to the poem? Yes, definitely. Then why we are waiting? Let's start the poem, The Cow, written by Robert Louis Stevenson. The Cow by Robert Louis Stevenson. The friendly cow, all red and white, I love with all my heart. She gives me cream with all her might to eat with apple tart. She wanders lowing here and there, and yet she cannot stray. All in the pleasant open air, the pleasant light of day. And blown by all the winds that pass, and wet with all the showers. She walks along the meadow grass, and eats the meadow flowers. The poem The Cow is a very thought-provoking poem which makes us realize how useful the cow is to mankind. The first lines goes like this. The friendly cow, all red and white, I love with all my heart. Now how is the cow described by the poet? He describes the cow as friendly and what is its color? It is red and white. How does the poet feel about the cow? He loves the cow with all his heart, isn't it? The poet considers the cow as a friend of man. He loves this friendly cow which is all red and white. With all his heart, he loves this animal. She gives me cream with all her might to eat with apple tart. The poet is saying that the cow gives a lot of cream. The poet eats apple tart, which is actually somewhat like an apple cake. You can get the meaning from the textbook, which is given as a small open pie filled with sliced apples and sugar. So this cake, or you can say a pie, that is made with sliced apples and sugar. Alright, so the poet, he eats the apple tart along with the cream given by the cow. And how does the cow give the cream? Does she give the cream as such, or does she give the milk? Right, she gives the milk, and from that we man, or we can see the people, we convert this milk into cream and other dairy products. Talking about this term dairy, I have a little clarification to make. Usually in the classes, I hear you children pronouncing the word dairy as diary. It is different. Let me make it clear to you all. Dairy means the milk products. Okay, dairy. and diary is a notebook on which you can write. Alright, so these two words, they are different, they have different meanings and different pronunciations. Alright, please don't get confused. Dairy means milk products, diary means the notebook on which you can write. Coming back to our class. Here in this line, the poet is saying that he gets a lot of cream from the cow. And how does the cow give the milk or the cream? With all her strength. She gives the poet a lot of cream. Now here you can consider this cream as milk also. You can take the meaning as milk also. She gives me milk with all her might. That should be the correct one, isn't it? You can consider the meaning as that also. The poet eats the apple tart while drinking its delicious and nourishing milk. That is one meaning to this line. Another meaning you can consider is the apple tart along with the cream. You will be clear by seeing the pictures of apple tart and cream with apple tart. So two meanings to this line. Either you can consider the cream as such, the cream along with the apple tart. The poet is having the apple tart along with the cream. The second meaning is the cow gives the milk and he drinks the milk along with the apple tart. Okay, so two meanings, you can choose any one according to your wish. Okay, now I have a question to you. What does the cow give the person or the poet in the poem to have with the apple tart? Yes, correct. Cream, right? Okay, let's move on to the next lines. She wanders lowing here and there, and yet she cannot stray. So this cow, she just wanders here and there. Now, a new word is there. What is it? Lowing. What is its meaning? It is the sound made by the cattle. Okay, so the cow, she just moves aimlessly without any inhibitions, any worries. She just enjoys the beauty of the nature. You all know that the cows are sent outside to large grasslands to eat the grass. And there they just enjoy the beauty of nature and they just move aimlessly. Here also in this poem you can see the cow, she just wanders making some sounds and she just wanders here and there. But the poet is sure that she will not get lost. That's the meaning of the line, and yet she cannot stray. Which means the cow, even though she wanders here and there, she won't get lost. At the end of the day, she will come back to the poet. Okay. All in the pleasant open air, the pleasant light of day, and blown by all the winds that pass, and wet with all the showers. To convey the meaning, I need to read these 4 lines together. Now, what is the meaning? Like I said, the cow, it wanders here and there lowing. Even though she wanders, she just loves the pleasant open air and the pleasant light of day. Okay, and what do we see? The cow, it is not affected by the winds that pass. She just enjoys the winds blowing through her face. And she just enjoys getting wet in the rain. Okay, now the question to you is, what happens to the cow when it lives outdoors or when it spends
time outdoors? It gets blown by the wind and gets wet in rains, isn't it? Even then, the cow is happy. The cow is happily grazing in the field even when there are strong winds blowing and heavy rainfall is there. Okay. She walks along the meadow grass and eats the meadow flowers. The poet is saying that the cow, she walks and grazes among the meadows of the village and eats the grass and flowers growing in the meadows. Meadows are fields covered with grass where animals usually graze. Now the cow in this poem, she just loves the meadow grass. She walks through the meadow grass and eats the meadow flowers. Alright, now what does the cow eat? She eats the meadow flowers. What does the cow do during the daytime? Right, the cow wanders here and there among the grass in the pleasant open air and eats the meadow flowers during daytime. Isn't it a very simple poem? Yeah? Just like the simplicity of the cow, this poem is also very simple for you to learn. Okay, now let's deal with the meanings of the lesson. Might, meaning strength. Apple tart. Apple tart means a small open pie filled with sliced apples and sugar. It's like a cake. Alright, moving on to the next word, wander. Wander means a walk aimlessly. Without any aim, you just walk. That is wandering. Okay, lowing. It is the sound made by cattle. Stray, to move about aimlessly. Just like the word wander, stray means to move about aimlessly. Okay, so both these words are synonyms, meaning both the words have the same meaning. Okay, wander, stray. What is its meaning? Walk aimlessly or move aimlessly. Now the next word is showers. Showers means rains. Last word that you have to study is meadow, which means a field covered with grass where animals usually graze.
Now that you have listened and learned the poem The Cow by Robert Louis Stevenson, I want all of you to listen to your friends reciting the poem.
The friendly cow, all red and white, I love with all my heart. She gives me cream with all her might to eat with apple tart. She wanders lying here and there, and yet she cannot stray. All in the pleasant open air, the pleasant light of day, and blown by all the winds that pass, and wet with all the showers. She walks among the meadow grass and eats the meadow flowers.
Did you all enjoy the poem? Perfect. Then let's wrap up the class. I'll meet you in the next class. Bye-bye.